Okay. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So, today, beautiful day outside, we figured that we're gonna go adventure in our own province of Saarland. So, basically, the COVID restrictions of Germany kind of made it so each state you have to stay in your state now, which sucks, but we still we're pretty bored and it's a beautiful day, so we're gonna go see what our own province of Saarland has to offer in terms of cool things and what they're famous for. Probably no one in Canada and America knows what they are, but we're gonna go see them regardless and hopefully see some cool things. I don't actually know exactly where we're going, but my girlfriend does. Where are we going, Fawn?
We're going to McDonalds.
And what's that?
Just a place, but it has the Zaarschleife, so that's where we're gonna go see. It's outside.
Okay, well, sounds interesting. So we're gonna go drive there, take the GR Yaris and have some fun, so I'll see you in the car. The best part of every drive in the Yaris.
Look at those palm trees there.
Not very exciting, but still always feels awesome. Freaking love this car. All right, well, let's get going. Got a little bit of a frosty windshield this morning, but I think it'll be a good drive. Okay, so this is our start of our little journey. We're actually driving right through downtown Saarbrücken. So this is our hometown where we live, and such a cute city. I love this place. I am obviously, like I said in my last video, I love tall buildings and towers. And this one, it's a city of about 200,000 people, and so it's got some tall buildings on the side. They're very compacted and squished together, and very, very, so it kind of gives that little city vibe. And there's lots of little off ramps and on ramps and bridges and stuff. And this is the main highway that goes right down the middle that everyone takes. It's usually quite busy. The speed limit on it is no autobahn because it's really tight and curvy. It's about 80 kilometers an hour and does actually go to 60 in some parts. So very cool. It goes along the Saar is what they call it, so that's why it's called Saarbrücken, and then we're in Saarland, so that's kind of the name of our province. Fawn kind of grew up in this town a little bit. Like, her grandma lives here, and this is probably where she's been all the time. What do you think of Saarbrücken, Fawn?
It's really cute. Yeah, I came here every summer, so definitely more poppin' when it's not COVID. They have lots of festivals and cool things to see and do.
Yeah, we haven't really done much. We haven't really explored the city that much, and it's also been just rainy every day. This is probably one of the nicest days we've had in a while. Sad that there's no snow, but not a big deal because it's beautiful out, and I like driving in the sunlight too and just enjoying the road and going for a cruise. Okay, so we're about 20 minutes away from our first little destination, and again, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the Yaris and stuff I love about this car. So this car does come with Android Auto, which is fantastic. So basically, as you can see on the screen here, it's got Google Maps, which is awesome, and I love that, and it kind of tells our little destination and where to go, and typical with Google Maps, it'll tell you where traffic jams and everything are. So one thing that I also think is incredible about this car, and I just kind of wanted to show it off. Of course, now we're on a big straight section, so I can't really do it, but so this car does have lane keep assist with self-driving. So basically, what the idea is this car will keep you centered directly in the middle of the lane, and it'll do all the steering. So as we go around this corner, I kind of have one finger, and I just kind of hold the wheel, and the car will literally just steer me around the corner and keep me perfectly centered. Now, a lot of other car manufacturers have this, and you'll often get the bouncing will go side to side to side to side. Toyota's is actually really good. This keeps you right centered, and it of course has radar cruise control, so it'll detect when people are in front of me and adjust my speed properly and all that kind of stuff. So I don't use this system all the time. I just really wanted to show it off a little bit, just because it is really cool, and it does take away a lot of for long distances trips. Like if you're traveling across the country and doing 10-hour drives, this literally just makes it so you're almost a passenger, and the car just drives you on the highway. You don't have to do anything. So as I go around this corner, this is the steering wheel. I'm not doing any of this. It's all just the steering wheel. Just steering the car right around the corner. I just kind of have to hold the wheel, and obviously I'm paying attention to the road and all the surroundings. But yeah, it does do all the steering, and I think every car should have this because it is really nice. It is kind of a bit of that self-driving, and it's really cool to have it on a manual car too. So in Canada they have this, but they don't have the steering. It'll just beep at you when you cross the line, so it won't actually steer you down the lane. So Again, the steering wheel, doing all the steering. I haven't put any inputs in. I've just kind of like touched the wheel, and it's been just carrying me along nicely. So we're now on a little back road, getting closer to our destination where we want to go to. Now, I've never been here or don't even know what we're going to, but Fawn knows. But I've got no idea. But I just enjoy the drive. I freaking just absolutely love this car. And one of my favorite features about it, as I was just telling Fawn, is the fuel economy. I know it's a race car, but like it actually gets really good fuel economy. So it's really nice to just be able to take it everywhere and not have to worry about spending a crap ton of money on gas. It's just so cool. But I mean, look at this road. This road is fantastic. Like, look, this is so beautiful. Like, I mean, I love the whole like rolling hills and, you know, the old style homes and everything like that. It's such a interesting view and like all this kind of farmland. This place is actually really warm out today, but there's a lot of snow on the ground, so it must have really snowed here, and the white just kind of makes this whole area vibrant. I can't wait till summertime though, because everything is just going to be really green, and I'm really excited to see what that's like. All right, so now we got to our destination. We're gonna go have to do a little bit of a walk to go see what we're gonna go see, but you know, still low kilometers in the car. And ready to go, Fawn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
all
go
right.
on a little walk.
And oh, so sad. I love the way this thing turns off. It just sounds like it's a tractor. Awesome. Can't start our little walk off without having a quick look at how beautiful this car looks in the sun. I always gotta have a YouTube video just showing it off, just because it just looks so good. I love the way this car looks. Honestly, like one of my favorite cars ever, and still can't believe that I own it. So excited. Off we go to go find wherever this thing is and see what it looks like. It'll be exciting. On his phone master, our GPS was telling us to drive on the walking path, so now we parked and we're gonna go walk up there. Hopefully it's not too far. Got 30 minutes of parking, so hopefully we can make it in time. No idea how to read the parking meter, how it works, so hopefully we don't get fined or ticketed. We wanted to pay, but I didn't understand how it worked, so we shall see. It is a Sunday, so you never know. There's a lot of people from Luxembourg here, so even with COVID, technically everything's closed and we're not allowed in, but there's a lot of people. I won't show the license plates, but there's a lot of people in Germany that are from Luxembourg, which technically shouldn't be here, and France, because France is obviously right next to the border where we live. Okay, so we've arrived at the Loop. So this is a really cool lookout point. Basically, you just get this nice view of this beautiful valley. In the summer, I'm sure it would look beautiful because everything would be green, but there's actually a little castle all the way over there, which is really cool. Really pretty. And there's a little barge floating in the river now. Very beautiful. Hi, Fawn. And there's also a cool looking point, so if you paid, you could walk on that path and go all the way up there and get a beautiful view.
It's closed right now.
It's closed right now because of COVID, of course, but everyone just, you know, they close the thing that makes the money and then everyone just walks down. There's quite a lot of people here too, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, very pretty. Very cool little path. Nice little walk. I think we're gonna head back to the car now and maybe go visit some ruins today, or who knows. I guess.
Castles.
Find some castles. Nothing too crazy, but one thing you always gotta do, clean up your feet so you don't get the car dirty. All right, ready to go, Fawn?
Yes.
And my favorite part about this car is this. And 70 coming up. Good brakes. Okay, so we're currently just getting near our little castle we're trying to go to. So, you know, one thing being a Canadian, driving through all these little European towns. Shut up, Google. Basically, one thing about being a Canadian and driving through all these little European towns, these roads are so interesting and so like tight and windy, and actually a lot of fun to drive. Like a lot of these back roads, a lot of people don't realize that there's sections on these back roads that technically have unlimited speed limits as well. Like obviously you don't want to go ridiculously, like not Autobahn speeds, but you can go faster than 70, which is really fun. And like, you know, the German people, they do design their cars with fun driving in mind, so it's a blast driving. It's a blast driving a car around here, especially these small towns. There's so much to see and everything's like so tight, and you know, they never designed these towns for this kind of driving or like cars. Like they were just meant for like people walking around, like horses and carriages. So really interesting, although it is kind of horrifying because you get really worried you're gonna hit someone.
Continue straight to stay on Graf Siegfriedstrasse.
Like I mean, if you look at the side of these streets we're going, basically like if you look at the street we're currently driving on, like it's just super tiny, which is very amusing. Not a lot of room for anything. Very, very European and stuff. I mean, like we haven't really driven around these kind of small towns at all because we've just kind of been home. But now it's kind of cool to just go driving around them and just see what they look like. But super interesting. I mean, like wineries and I don't know. I've never seen anything like this, so this is really fascinating for me. I mean, I never really drove around Ontario either. I know Ontario and like those eastern parts of Canada is a lot more European-like, but this is pretty crazy. Definitely not what I'm used to, so I think we're coming up to the castle pretty quick here. Well, we probably could have driven up, but now we get to go for a nice little walk. Beautiful little scenery. Fawn gets to have some exercise. We parked our little Yaris. Gotta love how small it is. Can actually fit it in these spots. One nice thing, like honestly probably the best thing about having that kind of car is it's just so easily maneuverable. And I think that's the castle ruins up there, but we shall see in a second. This is definitely the coolest place we've been to so far today. I feel like probably the last has got a castle in the background. Okay, we just walked to the castle. Nice long staircase. You can see the Yaris over there. Oh, looking beautiful as ever. Got a beautiful view of this town. And this is gorgeous. It's just stunning. I'm pretty excited to see what this looks like. Man, I love Germany. This place is great. You Germans have it nice here. It's a beautiful place, and I can't wait to see more of it. So this place was built 1,000 years ago. Kept getting conquered and unconquered. Too bad there's a restaurant here. Would have loved to eat here, but oh well, COVID. Really cool. Beautiful view. Look at how big these walls are. Like imagine trying to scale that from like running up that cliff. Good luck. Really beautiful here. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Good chair. Wanna go sit in the chair?
Yeah.
Go sit in the chair.
Me?
Yeah, you. Wow, it's your throne. It's Fawn's throne. Get a nice view of the background. Oh, look at that. Too bad you can't go in it, but looks like you used to be able to, probably pre-COVID or I guess pre-construction. But super cool. Like this is insane how much like they built out of rock and stuff. Like, you know, it's crazy to think people used to live in these. Really cool. Hey, look how thick these walls are. That's like a meter thick at least. Just huge. Take a little cannonball and it's on top of a hill. So like, you know, soldiers trying to storm it. It's pretty much impossible.
Well, Spanish and French did do it.
They did do it. Probably.
And the Prussians took it back, so.
We gotta go get some food and then we're gonna head home. And I think that'll be the end of the video. So I'll see you soon in the car. Just arrived at our local healthy McDonald's. Gotta have the food vlog. Gotta love this car too. So when you're waiting for these long lines in the drive-thru, it's got the auto start stop feature, so it just turns off and you don't pollute and you don't waste any fuel. Does that sound good to you?
Yes.
Yeah, except for probably blocking these cars. So hopefully no one needs to leave. Hopefully the drive-thru actually moves fast, but regardless, time for some food. Look at this. So we're driving home, almost home. And this is one of the Saarbrücken, like there's like a smelting steel plant because this province is known for steel, and like that thing, you can see it now, but that's a lot of fire coming out of the top of that plant. Pretty crazy. You can see it for miles, and it's just like it looks like just a bright. It's funny in Germany how like a lot of places in Canada and America we put our like this is like directly downtown in Saarbrücken, like moderately close, but like in Canada and America, like you put your factories on like the outside of, you know, the city because they're gross. But here in Germany, boom, right in the center. Like a lot of the towns here, like they just have these massive factories down in the middle of the city. And I think that's really kind of funny, but cool at the same time. So interesting fact. And if you can actually look that way again, like nuclear power plant, kind of right. Again, this is like the middle of the city. There's a city on like the right side and on the left side of the highway. And yep, just nuclear power plant, just smack in the middle. So interesting fact, but almost home. Okay, so just got home from our little adventure. Love the beautiful sky in the background. Really pretty, great day. Love driving in Germany. So much fun. Yaris, obviously. Great car. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe and follow along, and we can maybe build a GR Yaris community. I hope to see you soon. Talk to you later.